Welcome to Vision Plus and welcome back to this Senior Form Mathematics. We are now looking at the expanded equation of the circle and we are on example 3. Example 3 says that we are given centers or radii of circles and that we need to find their equations in the expanded form. So to find them in the expanded form, the solution to part A, for which the center is -3 out of 2 and 5 out of 2 and the radius is root of 13. We say that for us to write it in the expanded form, we quote the formula to guide you, which is x squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2 by plus c equals to 0. What do we do here then? We have a, b as coordinates of the center a and b, but we don't have c. C is not given. And we know that c is obtained from a squared plus b squared minus r squared. So substitute for a, b and r. This gives us here what is a. A is -3 out of 2 squared plus b is 5 out of 2 squared minus r is root of 13 but squared. Press the calculator, it will solve it for you. To make your work easier, open the bracket and say -3 divided by 2 close bracket squared plus open bracket 5 divided by 2 close squared minus open bracket root of 13 close bracket squared and press equal sign. I'm getting -4.5. -4.5. You press twice to prove your answer. 3 divided by 2 squared plus 2.5 squared minus 13. Yes, I'm getting -4.5 as the value of c. Then you come back and substitute for a, b and c. Therefore, we shall have x squared plus y squared minus 2a. What is a? A is -3 out of 2. There is x there minus 2b. B is 5 out of 2. Then there is y attached and then plus c. Plus c. By c, c is -4.5 equals to 0. You can write it in fraction as 9 out of 2. There's no problem. The same. Therefore, here we shall have x squared plus y squared. -2 times -3 out of 2. It gives us +3. And then -2 times 5 out of 2. It gives us -5. Y. Then minus 4.5 equals to 0. And this is the answer for part A, simply in that manner. And now going to part B, we shall approach part B in the same manner. Part B says that we have the center -5, center -5, 6, and radius root of 29. This is very simple. What the formula? X squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2by plus c equals to 0. Then we substitute. And before we substitute, we have a, b, and c. So we need to first find c because we have a and b as coordinates of the center. So here in this case, c is not known. But we can get c from the formula that a squared plus b squared minus r squared. Substitute for a is -5 squared plus b 6 squared minus r is root of 29 but squared. Then you press the calculator. Some of you do not have calculators and you are here that I'm going to learn equations of a circle. Please, you must have a calculator in senior 4. 5 squared plus 6 squared minus 29. I'm getting 32 in this case. 32. We are running out of markers. Yes. Let me confirm that 5 squared plus 6 squared minus root of 29 squared. It's correct, it is 32. That is C. So after getting C, then we go and substitute for A, B, and C. Therefore, we shall have x squared. That marker is failed. Let's check for a better one. Then we have there x squared plus y squared in the formula. And following this formula, minus 2 times A. What is A? Negative 5. There is that x minus 2 again. What is B? B is 6. 31 plus C. What is C? C is 32 and equal to 0. And we simplify here. This gives us the x squared plus y squared plus 10x minus 12y plus 32 equals to 0. And this is the answer for part B. And finally to part C. Part C has fractions, but that shouldn't scare you. Just follow what you are supposed to follow. 7 out of 3, negative 4 out of 3. That is the center, and radius is root of 10. Start by quoting the formula to guide you better, which is x squared plus y squared minus 2 a x minus 2 b y plus c equals to 0. We have A, we have B as coordinates of the center A, B, but we don't have C. C is not given. But we know that C is given by the formula A squared plus B squared minus R squared. Substitute for A, 7 out of 3 squared plus substitute for B, negative 4 out of 3 squared, substitute for R, root of 10 by the squared. Press the calculator to solve it for you. How do you press the calculator? Open the bracket and say 7 divided by 3, close the bracket, squared, plus open the bracket, negative 4 divided by 3, close the bracket, squared, minus open bracket, root of 10, close the bracket, squared, and press equal sign. I'm getting a non-terminating decimal. It is a recurring decimal, negative 2.777 up to infinity. Change to fractions by pressing Shift and ABC. That is negative 25 out of 9. Negative 25 out of 9. Let me prove again. 7 divided by 3 squared plus 16 divided by 9 minus 10. Yes, it is correct. It is negative 25 out of 9. The value of C can be fraction, decimal, positive or negative. There is no limitation to that. The only limitation you have is that the value of R should not be negative. Why? It is a distance. A distance cannot be negative. Think about it. After getting C here, come back and substitute for A, B, and C. Therefore, shall have x squared plus y squared minus 2. What is A? A is 7 out of 3. X minus 2. What is B? B is negative 4 out of 3. And that y plus. What is C? Negative 25 out of 9 equals to 0. Then you simplify. This gives us x squared plus y squared minus 2 times 7, 14 out of 3. X negative 2 times negative 4 becomes positive 8 out of 3. Y negative times positive here will give us negative 25 out of 9 equals to 0. And this is the answer, by the way. This is the answer. Some of you are saying, but it's not looking very nice. Please, it is not supposed to look very nice. If it is the answer, it is the answer. You don't have to get the answer with you, which is nice looking and you like. So this gives us the overall solution to example 3.